Hello there. Welcome back to Grade 10 Accounting. We're still working on question papers. Today we want to look at a question from our province of KwaZulu-Natal. This is the question paper that we are having here. And we check here, it's in accounting for March 2019. It's a common test. This is what we have. So we can go to our question. So on this question paper, we are going to look at question 4. We're going to look at question 4, and this question 4 is on creditors ledger. It consists of 16 marks. It requires us to spend about 10 minutes on this question. And the question reads: the following information was drawn from the accounting records of Singami Traders for March 2019. On the required part, or first part, is reading: explain in detail why the balance of the creditors control account must equal to the total of the creditors list at the end of the month. So we see that according to this question, when you are preparing the creditors control account, the creditors list, we take information from the same set of journals. So the information that we expect to be the control account should be the same information that we expect to see in the creditors list, that is the creditors ledger. So that's why we should see these two accounts to balance, having the same balance. So this is what we have. So we go to the other section and try to summarize the reasons why we should create such. We can also give a reason that the creditors control account comes as a summary also of the creditors ledger. So this can be also a reason, because the control account, when we are posting to the control account, we post them as total amounts from the journals, whereby when we are now in the creditors list, we post them as individual amounts. So, but basically at the end of it, we should have the same balance. So the reason that we can give there is that the control account, the control account is a summary. Control account is a summary of the creditors ledger. So this is what the reason that we can give there. So I will move on to the next question. We can move on to our next question, which is 4.2. Prepare the account of Supporter Limited, a creditor in the creditors ledger of Singami Traders for the month of March 2019. So we are in March, and this question is 14 marks. So we go down to check what we have according to the information that we are giving. So you see that this is going to be the 1st of March 1. Balance owed to Supporter Limited, which is 15,600. So this is the balance that the business is owing to Supporter Limited as a creditor. So this is going to be our opening balance, and obviously opening balance when it's a creditor is supposed to be on the credit side, representing the amount that we are owing. So this is the first balance that we are going to have, the balance BD, and then we take note of the date, which is 1. So you can just go there and summarize that. Here. Right, we are now on the creditors ledger. So on the date here, we are saying we are in March, and this is March 1. We are going to have our balance on details. Then our PD will come in folio 6 column. Then the balance will be on the credit side, but since it's the opening balance, we can just put it on the balance, but we know that it will be a credit balance. And then the amount that we're having is 15,600. So this is what we have, 15,600. Then we go on to check the next transaction that we have. Right on the 3rd now, we have Supporter Limited charged Singami Trader interest on overdue account. So this is interest that has been charged of 260. So when charging interest, we are charging interest on this amount that we are owing. The amount that's being owed is 15,600, and interest is charged when the interest is adding to this amount, so it's going to increase the value that we're having of 15,600. So we are saying this balance is on the credit side. So when you're increasing it, you should go also to the credit side and put 260. And take note of the date is 3. And on the details part, we know that this is interest that has been charged. So we're going to put interest payable there on the details section. And we know that this information, we check it from the general journal as the is the book of original entry that we are taking the information of interest. So we are just going to summarize that in the answer section. Remember, the date is 3. The date is 3, and we are saying this is interest, interest payable. This is interest payable, and we are saying this information we get it from general journal, and this is a 260. We put it on the credit side since we are saying it's increase balance, and then we can take note of the adjustment of the balance column. The adjustment of the balance column. What we are saying is whenever we make a credit, we are supposed to add, since this is a creditors ledger, and when we debit, we are subtracting. So what we are doing here, 15,600, since here we credited, we say 15,600 plus 260, and then we get our balance there. So when we do that, we add there, we get 15,860. Right, so that's what we have. Then we can go on to check what we have next. Here we are now on the 5th, here on the 5th, and it reads issued check number 107 to Supporter Limited, 13,500. So what happens is this is, for example, this is our creditors ledger. This is our creditors ledger. So when we buy goods on credit, that's now we create a creditor. We credit here. We credit. When we are now making payments, we go to the opposite side to reduce this amount, since there's a payment that is being made. So we go to the debit side. So this is will now represents the payment. So when we buy, we credit, but when we make the payment now of the goods that we are owing, we go to the debit and enter that amount. So in this case, we have got an issued check number 107 to Supporter Limited of 13,500. It means this is a payment. So we're going to the opposite side, that is the debit side, and enter this 13,500. And then we also have a discount received, and the discount received also is supposed to come to the debit side here, where the payment is being made there. So we also debit, and remember this discount received is an income account, and all income accounts are credited. So discount double entry is that for discount received, we credit the discount received account, and then we debit the creditors ledger. So this 500 will come also on the debit side. So we're going to enter that. Then we take note of the date is 10th there. So we can go there and just summarize that one. And then on the journal, this is a payment that we are making. We are making a payment of a check number 107. So we are taking information from the cash payments journal. The same applies to discount received. We are going to take the information also from the cash payments journal on our folio column. So we come here, we summarize that the date. Remember, we are saying it's the 5th. And here we are saying it's check number 107. Check number 107. And the information is coming from the cash payments journal. And we are saying it's 13,500. Then we make the adjustment in terms of the balance column. So we are saying this is debited, so it's now a subtraction here. So we're saying 50,860 minus 13,500. Then we get 2,360. 2,360. So that's what we have there. And then we also have a discount. Remember, we also have a discount received that we are supposed to enter here of 500. This is our discount received. And then we are saying we're also taking the information from cash payment journal, and this is 500. We are also debiting, so we are also subtracting 2,360 minus 500 to get balance here. We get 1,860. So this is 1,860. So this is what we have. And then this is what we have. So we can move on to the next transaction. But here the date, the 5th date here is applying again here on discount receipt. So we can just leave it there. Then we go there. We go to 10, which is now go to 10, which is saying received invoice number 483 from Supporter Limited for goods amounting to 14,800 subject to trade discount of 50%. Received invoice number 483. Received invoice number 483 from Supporter Limited for goods amounting to 14,800 subject to trade discount. So our trade discount here, remember, our trade discount is a discount that is given and it's not shown in the books of account. Very, very important to take note that trade discount is not shown in the books of account. You just calculate it and remove it, and you don't enter it, you just enter the net figure after removing trade discount. So in this case, let's try to see. We are having 15% there. So we are just going to calculate the discount, then we remove it there. So what are we supposed to do there? We can just calculate it there. Say we are having 15% as a fraction becomes 15 over 100. Then you multiply by 14,800 to find the figure for trade discount that we are having there. Let's try to calculate that one. Is 15%, and then we multiply by 14,800. You are going to get 2,220. 2,220. So here we're saying is 2,220. So this is our trade discount. Then we subtract it from this one to get the net figure. Remember, we're saying this figure, you are not going to show it. This one is representing our trade discount, and you're not going to show it in the books of accounts. So what are we going to do? We are going to subtract it. We are going to subtract it from the figure that we are given, 14,800, to get the net figure. So we are now saying 14,800 minus 2,220 there. And then the figure that you are supposed to get there is 12,580. So this is the figure that we are going to show in the books, and this one is not going to be shown. It's a trade discount. So we enter that one, and on this transaction, we are seeing that it's on the 10th as our date. It's on the 10th as our date, and it's invoice number 483 as on our details. And obviously, we are going to check this information from the creditors journal. Yeah, we take the information from the creditors journal. So we can go there and just summarize that one. We are now on the 10th, and we are saying it's invoice number 483. Invoice number 483, and it's the creditors journal, 4,580. We are crediting 4,580. We are buying, so we are increasing the amount that we are owing. So, and then on this balance part, now we are saying 1,860, we get 4,580, we get 14,440. 14,440. So this is what we have. We go on to check what we have next. We go on to check what we have next on the question. So we are now on the 13th year. Forwarded the debit note DN 220 to Supporter Limited for goods returned. So whenever we return goods to the supplier, remember we are buying goods on credit from the supplier, we create a creditor. And then when we return those goods, due to many reasons, we issue what is called a debit note. So the debit note is reducing the amount that we are owing to the creditor. So we go to the debit side and debit it, and we call that document that supporting the goods that we are returning debit note. So this is what we have. So we are going to the debit side, and we are going to enter this one 1,560, and remember the date 13. And on the details part, we are just going to note the reference here, debit note 220, which is DN 220. So this is what we have. We can go there and summarize that one. This is the 13th. So we are saying this is the 13th. And then we are saying this is a debit note. This is a debit note, which is at the GN 220. And we're taking the information from the creditors allowance journal. This is the allowance journal. So this is the creditors allowance journal. And then the amount is 1,560. And remember, I said we are debiting it 1,560 to reduce the amount owing. Then obviously on the balance now, we are saying when we debit, we subtract here. So we are saying 14,440 minus 1,560. Then we get to 12,000 here, 880. So this is what we have in terms of this one. And then we check the next transaction that we are having there, which is Supporter Limited refused to allow the discount allowed on 5 March 2019 as the account was overdue. So it means there is a discount that was allowed, and this is going to be reversed since we are being told that Supporter Limited refused here. So we reversed this one on the 50th. There's a discount of 500 that we are having here. So it's the one that is going to be reversed. So initially, when we entered it on the debit side. So when we are reversing it, we are going to enter it on the credit side. And this is the 25th. This is our date. And when we are reversing, we issue what is called a journal of voucher. So we are going to enter a journal of voucher on the details part, and the information we take it from the general journal. Take it from the general journal, and this is the cancellation of discount. Remember, so we are just going to enter the 500 that's your here. So we go there. Remember, we've got a 500 that is here. So this is the 500 that is being cancelled. This one. So when we are cancelling it, we are going to credit and enter it. So it's here now on the 25th. And we are saying this is a journal voucher. When we are correcting, so we have issued a journal voucher, and we are taking the information, general journal, and we are saying we are crediting. So we come in here, we credit 500. So that is what we have, and basically what we are doing here, we are making a cancellation of discount. So we are crediting is a plus. So we are saying 12,800 here is 12,880 here. We are having a 12,880. 12,880. So we say 12,880, then we add our 500, and then we get your 13,380. So this is the end of our question. Thank you for listening. We'll meet again in the next video. Those who have been subscribed, please subscribe and share. So let's stay tuned for more videos to come. We are still coming. Until we meet again, I'm signing out.